So courgettes have been the first year for me that I've ever grown, and it's been a bit of trial and error, and I'm only just getting to grips with it. I think I've made some mistakes along the way, so if you've got any tips on courgettes, please let me know. But I want to show you where I'm at so far and see what you think. I'm sort of learning as I go with them. So I'd like to know where you're at, if you are a grower of courgettes, if you find them easy to grow, and any tips you've got, because I could do with some tips. So here are my courgettes, and I've read since that you shouldn't really put courgettes next to tomatoes, but I didn't realise this when I planted them because this is my first year of doing courgettes. But what I've noticed is that the leaves are just huge. So a bit of research I did told me to thin the leaves off, so I have. But here are my courgettes. They're tiny and they don't seem to be doing anything else. I've started to run the courgettes up some support so that the bees can find the flowers easier. But I've been taking the leaves off that are underneath the courgettes because apparently that is something that they like. I've been feeding them once a week. I've been watering really deep because apparently they're really thirsty plants. And I know about the female plant and the male plant. But one plant has got lots of flower. So you can see this thin stem is the male plant, because it's really thin and easy to spot. And then the stem, I'm not sure if I'm calling it the right thing, a stem, but then the flower that's got the thicker stem on, that is the female plant. And one has to pollinate the other to be able to get the courgettes. So there's the female one. But I seem to be getting the flowers, and then the flowers are not turning into courgettes, or they're turning into those little courgettes that don't seem to be doing anything else and then seem to be going yellow and then falling off. So this is the feed that I use once a week, not for any reason other than just this is what was passed on for me. I don't just use it for tomatoes. I use this for my baskets, any pots that I've got, my courgettes and all my tomatoes. I wait till the flowering begins and then I do this weekly. I don't have a strict day that I do it. I just make sure I do it once a week. It brings the potassium in. You'll also see from another video that I put banana skins around the garden, or put the bananas in water and use the banana. It's good for potassium. It's good to give the plants potassium. It helps strengthen the plant. So I also use it for the courgettes, and like I say, all the baskets. So even though that I feel I've done everything right with my courgettes, I'm still not getting the courgettes. And sometimes these things can happen. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. It might not work this year, but next year, hopefully, I will be able to work out what I just need to tweak slightly. It may be they're not in enough sun, and that's the only thing I'm wondering. But I will keep tweaking, I will keep trying, and this is how we get the gardens, get the fruit, get the vegetables that we want to produce in our garden. We keep trying different things, we do our research, we try different things until it works. So although I've been doing this many years, sometimes Mother Nature has other ideas and it doesn't go how I want it to or how I've expected. But like I say, I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep trying other things. So if you've got something this year that's just not gone how you want it to, don't give up. Sometimes it can be absolutely nothing that we are doing. It could just be something simple like the weather. So breathe through it. Breathe through this. No, it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself and give up. Keep trying, because the rewards are so amazing. And with the weather, I had one year where I had tomatoes and it was so wet. It was so raining. I didn't have a very good crop at all. But it just had got too much water. So just have another try. Make a note of what you've done this year. and try again next year. I tend to try something 2 years running. If it hasn't worked for me after a couple of years, then I tend to think of something different to put in that place, because it might just not like my soil or the places that I've got my vegetable patches. But enjoy that gardening out there. Enjoy that free food that we can get, those flowers that we can get, the enjoyment, the calmness it brings. But those vegetables for me just taste so different from the shops. There's no pesticides, there's no sprays. They're not sitting in stores for hours and days, and it's just tastes so different. So where you can, put some herbs or some vegetables in there and reap those rewards and enjoy. And pass on everything we can to that next generation to get them out in nature.